Hi everybody, welcome back to Two Tall Stitchers. I'm Jennifer, this is my mom Carol. We have a princess waiting in the wings who will be with us later, and we are back for Flosstube 58. Wow. Today is July 27th, is that right? That is right. Summer day, bright and sunny.
Excuse me.
And we're glad to be with you today.
Yep, pretty day.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain later, I think, but no, it's not either, maybe. I don't know.
It's raining in Paris.
Yeah.
I have my Team USA shirt on. I'm a huge Olympics fan. You're a big Olympics fan. Yep. Very excited for the next 2 weeks of Olympics watching. And we're going to talk about a SAL related to Olympic stitching. So very fun.
I just have to tell you that watching the whole opening ceremony was worth it just to see Celine dancing at the end.
Yeah, she was
She was so good.
She was good.
She's such a talented, good singer, you know, and everything. And it was so sad when she came out with her stiff person disease, and she's been so down, and for her to be able to sing again is wonderful.
And she was great.
Yeah.
I teared up at the beginning when Steven Spielberg said his part.
I have to go back and look at that again.
It was good. Just about how much everybody works to be there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to say more because I'll tear up again. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Thanks for coming back. For those who have been here before, we appreciate your loyalty, and especially those of you that comment each time. We really thank you for watching. And
we love your comments.
Yes.
We love your comments.
Always fun. And thanks to a couple of our new subscribers, Terry, Sandra, Lynn. I love this name. Stitch today, clean tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. My Stitchy Home, and Laura and Lisa. There may be more too, but those are a few of the names I picked out who have subscribed since our last video. And speaking of our last video, we filmed in a 24-hour period when I was home between two trips, and had great plans, get that video up before I went on vacation, and iCloud was not cooperating at all. So I posted it a week after we filmed it. So for us, it feels like we filmed 3 weeks ago, but for you guys, you just got the episode like 2 weeks ago. So hopefully you don't mind getting us more frequently. Yeah. But we still have 3 weeks of activity to share with you.
Yes. So
want to thank two other Flosstubers who mentioned us recently. Allison from Mrs. AZ Family Zoo. You've heard me mention her many times. We're doing a SAL with her. And Holly from Hobbies of Holly. She shared some stories with her best friend Tam, and they came to our first retreat and talked about that. So
it was great to meet both of them.
Yeah, it was very fun. And then you have met some people since our last episode.
Actually, I think Lynn came in before the last episode, but I, whatever. I've slept since then. Okay, Lynn and Rose and Lori, who's our veterinarian who gives me tips about Miss Cindy. And then there were two ladies who came in, and I'm sorry I didn't get your names, but hi, I'm glad you came. And if you come back, you can tell me who you are. Yeah. And then there was another lady. Last Saturday, we worked. And last Saturday was a crazy day. Vicki was gone. And so I called Jennifer at 10:30. I said, can you come now? Don't wait for lunch.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of people in the store. And it was so funny. I had a wonderful chat with the lady from Cincinnati. And I told her about our Flosstube. So I hope you're watching. And again, I'm sorry I didn't get your name. And she was in town for a wedding. And then a little while later, another couple came in. And they said, oh, yes, we're in town for a wedding. And then a third couple came in and said, oh, yes, we're in town for a wedding. But it was different weddings because one was at 4, one was at 4:30, one was at 5. It was just funny. And then we had a group of young gals that came in. And we said, oh, are you here for a wedding? They said, no, we're here for a baby shower. Yeah. So we had a lot of visiting out-of-towners last week who came for, it was just funny to have 3 weddings in one day. Yeah. And so it was great to see all of you and to meet you and chat with you. And it was fun, and you were there too. So
I was there most of the day. Yeah. It was a fun day. I got a a pretty new stitcher going on her next 3 projects. We got them all kitted up. So hopefully she's having fun. And it was a busy day. Yeah. I brought all this stuff that I thought I'd do in the shop because it would be quiet. Didn't even open my bag.
Yeah, I was supposed to place an order, which I didn't get to, and there were several things. And I told Vicki when I talked to her, I said it was just crazy. I said every time we turned around, I said We closed at 4 and we didn't get out of there till 4:45.
Yeah.
So, which was fine. It was fine. It was not a
Yeah.
problem at all. But just, it was a busy day. Yeah. Which
Well,
we like. We like.
Yeah. Busy days are good in small businesses. Why don't you tell us about the quilt of the day?
Okay.
This is your quilt.
This is my quilt. It's called the Mexican Star. Unfortunately, I have loaned the pattern to someone who I don't remember. Oh, you have it?
I have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so Jennifer knows all the names and everything. She can put a thing at the bottom somewhere.
In the notes, yeah.
But this is, I love this one. It was quilted by our friend Paul Wyckoff, and I finished it. Well, I was very hesitant to start it because it looks so complicated, because there's these are curved, and there's a lot of interesting ways to do it. And once I got started, it just went really quickly. Yeah. So then I had it hanging here forever, and finally, when she got on me about all the other quilts she found in the crib, I thought, okay, it's time. So he quilted this one for me a couple of weeks ago.
And you bought this as a kit.
I bought it as a kit.
It's all batiks.
Yes, it's all batiks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful colors.
Yes. Now my friend Pam made one, and she used ties, and that was stunning. That was really stunning.
And our friend Sally is starting one with ties as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So very nice quilt. It's a small wall size. And when will you put it up? In the winter? Spring?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
When I'm in the mood.
It would go well on that wall.
Yeah.
But I know quilts don't like to hang on
for some reason, that wall, only one side sticks.
Yeah.
I have another one that I'd like to hang up there, but it falls down all the time. Yeah. So someday we'll give you a tour of my sewing room. It will take me
a massive cleanup effort. Or we could just show the truth.
Oh, Lord. Then you die.
So we've been busy in the last couple of weeks. Like I said, since we filmed, I went on vacation. Our family went to Massachusetts. We spent 3 days in and around Boston. We saw Lexington and Concord, where the American Revolution started. We saw Salem, Massachusetts, where the witch trials were. We toured the House of the Seven Gables, which was I think my favorite part of the whole trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a great tour. I like old houses, so it was neat to see it, and it's in a beautiful setting. And we went to a textile mill in Lowell. So it was a very packed couple of days of history. Oh, and then we did the whole Freedom Trail in Boston on July 4th. So that was kind of fun. And then we went north in Massachusetts to Newburyport, which is on the coast, and we stayed on Plum Island, which was lovely, except for the greenhead biting flies. Didn't know about them. Made the beach part not as enjoyable, but it was still beautiful out there. We saw some great sunsets, and we just had a nice time. We had one day where I think most of the day we just hung out in the house and chilled out. We did a little cruise up the river. So yeah, it was a fun trip.
And the princess
overall.
got to see a couple of her friends from school who live up there. So that was nice. That was exciting.
Yeah, we got to meet her roommate for this year and her roommate's mom. So that was fun. Yeah, so it was a good trip.
Yeah.
You've had some stuff going on in your backyard.
Oh, Lord. We have a path down the side of our house that was all just kind of natural stones. It wasn't nice level stones. And when we moved in 21 years ago, that was fine. We were a lot younger. But it's gotten to be it's very uneven, very uneven. And, excuse me. So, excuse me. So, I have had them removed. And boy, was that a project, especially since it was raining. And as they got here, I looked at the guy and I said, "Are you going to be able to work? It's raining." He said, "Oh, sure." And then it just started to rain. So they stood on the porch for a while, but they got all the stones taken out. And then I had a bush that had grown. It's one of those evergreens that you really can't trim back because they don't grow out. You know, they just look like sticks.
They grow out. They don't fill in.
Yeah, they don't fill in. And so it probably took them a good 45 minutes to get that out. It was huge. The stump was this big, and I'm not exaggerating. It was huge. And it covered like half the bedroom windows. Yeah. And so now there's this huge space, which I have to fill up. And so they've come and they've leveled everything, and they're supposed to pour the concrete for the path on Tuesday. So,
and you've been talking about that for
I've been trying to get it done for a long time. My husband was out with one woman at Coleman, and that's been a while. Yeah. And I think before COVID he slipped and fell on those because they're so uneven. Yeah. And he was a bloody mess. Jennifer had to clean him up. I don't do that.
She doesn't do blood.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
All my Girl Scouts knew, you don't come to me if you got blood. Go to somebody else. And so, so finally that's going to be done. I'm so excited to get that finished and taken care of. And the only thing is the dog I let her out. At one point I went out with her and the guy had a blower to blow off some, and he turned that on and she just freaked.
Lost it.
Yeah, so she immediately, and so, we're working on that. But she was fascinated by them, but she really stayed away from them. So, so anyway, we're getting that done, which is amazing. It's so good. And then you had more trips.
Yes. Do you want to pause?
Nah.
No. Okay. We went last weekend down to Holiday World. This has become a bit of a tradition with my cousin and her family. And so we spent the weekend in Evansville, and on Saturday we spent the full day at Holiday World doing roller coasters, and we rode the new one, the Gravy Train. It's all holiday themed. So there's like Christmas Land and Halloween Town and Thanksgiving. So in Thanksgiving, they have a new family roller coaster called the Gravy Train. It was really cute.
And 18,000 people.
18,000 people. It was a busy day, but it really didn't feel like it most of the time.
Really?
It was, they spread out across the park a lot. I think a lot of those 18,000 were in the water park, and we didn't go over there until late in the afternoon, but we had a great time. It's always fun to go with them. And then the Olympics started last night.
Yep.
So we're ready. We're both watching this morning. I already watched handball, badminton, and canoeing. I like to watch the sports that are less popular in our part of the world.
Yes. I'm recording everything because I'm still catching up on Wimbledon.
Yeah.
I did watch the men's final.
I made her.
The stuff. Yeah. That
we
was
were
amazing.
watching it, and I texted her. I said, I don't know what you're watching, but you have to flip over and watch the men's final. It was a great match.
But so many of the matches before that were good. So, I'm going through them slowly. And now I'm going to have the Olympics, and then hopefully before the U.S. Open, I'll have the Olympics done.
Yeah. Well, I think last time you had Olympics almost to carry you through to the next Olympics.
Probably. Yeah. I just keep hitting record. So.
All right. Well, shall we jump into questions?
Sure.
We had a question for you last time on behalf of Sandy, Chris, and Wendy, who are thinking about planning a trip to a dream shop. So we asked, what is your dream store to visit? And you did not disappoint. We all have dream stores. So I'm going to try and go by numbers, but there's so many I might not be able to go in order. I think the winner is the Attic in Arizona. There won't be any graph today because I don't know how to do this in a graph. But I thought about, should I take a map of the United States and put pins? That would take me forever. And I want to do more Olympic watching than editing today. So just listen up. I have the states for most of them. So Attic, number 1 in Arizona. 17 people said they've either been there and loved it, and that remains their dream shop, or they want to go there. That seems to be especially a shop for sampler lovers. They're really well known for their samplers and their custom conversions. Next was the one that's on your list, the Silver Needle in Oklahoma. 15 people would really like to go there. Right behind that with 14 was Shepherd's Bush in Utah. Somebody said they are planning to go there for a week, I think. And there's so much there that you have to go multiple days because you can't see it all in one day.
It's true with almost any store. Even people come in our store, which is relatively small, and they say, gosh, I was in before, but I didn't notice this, or I didn't see that. It's overwhelming sometimes, even in small shops, to look at everything and figure it out. So I'm sure Shepherd's Bush, it looks like it's absolutely packed.
Yeah.
That would be that would be a fun store to go to.
Behind that one was one I went to last year, Acorns and Threads. We had 13 people who wanted to go there. Highly recommend. It's a fantastic store. I would love to go back there and spend a whole day. I had an afternoon, which was good, but a day would be even better.
Yeah.
And then we jumped down to Keepsakes. It had 6 votes. A lot of you would love to go to Keepsakes, including a couple of people who only live a few hours. So, plan a road trip. Get over there.
It's in Cincinnati.
That's another one that is packed with models. 5
And lots
reviews.
of patterns and threads.
Oh, yeah. But just the amount of models.
Yeah. But like they have a whole
all the way
Christmas
up the
room.
stairs. And
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you can spend an hour in the Christmas room alone looking at
Yeah.
all the Christmas patterns. We've been there a couple of times. I haven't been there recently, but yeah.
I went
Yeah.
during StitchCon.
Right, but
But
we've
you
been
haven't
there.
been there in a
Yes,
while.
no.
In a while. Yeah.
No, it's been a few years.
Yeah. I missed one. Hobby House had 7. And people have recommended that maybe when I take Jenna to college, I should plan a side trip to go to Hobby House.
Wow.
One of
New York.
our friends' son is going to Syracuse University, and she is very excited because Hobby House is not far from there, and she's planning drop him off and then spend a day at Hobby House.
Yes.
I said that sounds perfect.
Yeah. Her husband's like, how far out of the way is that? She's like, not far.
5 people said they would just love to go to any LNS. These were people either who have a joy for visiting LNSs or who don't live near one and would just love to get to one. Then we go down to 3 who said Country Sampler in Wisconsin. 3 who said Welcome Stitchery in Minnesota. And I think that was the one they commented. The people there are super nice as well. Not just that it's a great shop, but it's great people. 2 said Shanty Stitchers in South Dakota. And then I think we go to the singles. So we'll just run through all of these singles. Colorado Cross Stitch in Colorado.
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
Mm-hmm.
She used to have a yarn store, and now she sold that, and she's opened a cross stitch store, and she's got tons of stuff.
Yeah.
She does.
Stitchery Express in Utah. A stitching shop also in Colorado. Stitcher's Paradise in Nevada. I've been there. That's a great shop. I think that shop has more patterns than any shop I've ever been to. It's great. They're like, well, maybe the one in Evansville. It's like that. They're well organized, but there's just tons. Bins and bins everywhere. So Sweet Shop in Missouri. I'm wondering if that's a cross stitch shop or a quilt shop. Some people commented when they were quilt shops. Did I say Quilter Station? 2 for Quilter Station.
No.
Is that in Kansas?
Might
Kansas,
be.
Missouri. I'm not positive which one. 1 for the Stitchery Nook in Iowa. 1 for Sassy Jacks in North Carolina. 1 for Black Cat Stitchery in Illinois. 1 for Dying to Stitch. I don't know where that is.
Is that the one they come when they come from Iowa for the retreat?
No, that's the
Be
other
Stitch
one.
Me.
Be Stitch Me. Yeah, I don't know where Dying to Stitch is. 1 for Liberty Hill Needleworks in Virginia. 1 for the Tinsmith's Wife in Texas. 1 near us, always in Stitches, which is the opposite side of Indianapolis from where we are. And if you come there, you have to come see us too.
Yes.
And my favorite, I would love to go to a Stitch in Time in Tasmania, Australia. I've been to Tasmania. It was amazing.
Have, yeah.
Yeah, I'd go back there for a cross stitch shop.
Me too.
So thank you very much for sharing your favorite shops. And for those who are looking to plan a road trip, I hope you got lots of good ideas.
Yep. And if you have any questions, just drop us an email. We'll be glad to, give you if we have any other information about them or something like that.
And I'm looking around, but I don't see it. Dee asked, can you order the shepherd's bush bags, the small bags that you've been stitching from Persnickety?
I don't know where my other ones are.
I don't either. You'll see one in a little while. But the answer is yes.
Yes,
you
we'll
can call on a Friday, talk to your favorite floss tuber, and she'll be able to order whichever one you want.
Yep. And you can go on the website, and they have a lot of them. They have a lot. I bought 3 the last time. I don't know what I did with them. I should have dug them out. Yeah, I should have dug them out before but I didn't. Sorry.
Well, we'll show one later. And then Lissa wants to know a little bit more about your days flying airplanes.
Well, my husband, when he was younger, jumped out of airplanes. And that's kind of how I met him. A fellow that I worked with jumped with him. And so I spent a lot of time out at drop zones. Before and after we got married with the kids and everything. And then when we moved to Texas, we wound up having flying lessons when we were first married. So in the first year that I got married, I moved to Texas and I got my pilot's license. So I flew some, but with the kids, it was hard. And we didn't have tons of money. It wasn't as expensive as it is today, but, it's all relative, when you've got little kids and everything. And then we did run a jump operation for a while. We had a 10-place plane at Twin Beach. And we got that when Eric was a baby, and we sold it when Jennifer was pregnant. I mean, when I was pregnant, not when Jennifer, when I was pregnant with Jennifer. And we had that for a few years. I never flew that because it was a twin-engine plane, and it's kind of hard to pull the stick back when your stomach's sticking out. And so my husband got a few hours in that. So we did fly some around Texas, and I know one time we flew down to Matagorda with the kids, and she cried all the way. And
I was not a good flyer back then.
No. Sometimes you still aren't.
Yeah.
And we took my parents up one time, and my mother was practically hysterical because she was like, "Oh, what? Look at that!" Oh, and so we got out of the plane. I said, "I'm going up right now. If I don't fly now, I'll never fly again." She drove me crazy. And so, I have a few hours, but I don't have as many as I would like. And now the price has gotten just prohibitive. And so I haven't flown in years, but it was fun when we did it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Rebecca wants to know, how's Cindy doing?
She's
fine. She was
fine.
just barking a minute ago. They might have heard her.
She still barks at 9 o'clock.
At the dog in the fireplace.
Yeah, sometimes, but now we've got that covered. So she just stands in the middle of the living room and barks. Yeah, and I'm still trying to get her to come upstairs. When Jenna was here, we got little tiny biscuits, and we put one on the first one and one on the second one. One on the third one, and then she looked at us and said, "I'm not doing this," and turned around and walked away. Yeah. So part of me
not a food motivated dog.
No, not really. And so I really I've thought about getting Jack to come up and just carry her upstairs, and then we'll help her down. But she'd probably have a heart attack. She's very, like I said when they came the other day, and he had the blower after they were working on the yard. Holy crow! But she's sweet. She's very lovable, and she loves to be petted, and everything. And we've had several visitors lately, medical visitors and stuff, and they've all been, they just think she's wonderful, and she thinks they're wonderful because they pet her. Yeah. So she follows them around.
Good. And then your coasters are still right there. Yeah. Deborah asked where she could get the diamond painting coasters that we showed in the last episode.
I need to show you again because they're so pretty.
That the princess made for you. Yep. And they came from Michael's. Yep. They have a line of diamond paintings and
they have cork on the back, so they're really good. See, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then there's this one.
She made some for us. She's made some for you, and you might see some more today.
Yeah.
And then
someone asked about one of our patterns the other time, and I reached out to my friend, and I have not heard from her. I'm sorry, but it's just been pretty busy around here, and I haven't had time to contact her. I will try and do it before the next Flosstube.
Yeah.
And find out if she still has those patterns.
All right. Well, let's jump into whips and new starts. Okay. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about Stitch the Summer Olympics because I have 2 new starts related to that, and then we'll go into whips. So my printer's on the fritz, so the colors aren't right, but it's time to stitch the Summer Olympics, you guys. This is with Katie, the Naptime Stitcher, on Instagram, and she's put together this SAL to stitch during the Summer Olympics, and each day has kind of a theme and then a prompt. So yesterday was opening ceremonies, and her prompt was new start or stitch something you started in 24. Let's see, I'll just pick a couple about. The 30th is swimming, stitch something with water. The 2nd is beach volleyball, stitch something with more than one person. I like this one. August 5th is gymnastics. Stitch something choreographed by your favorite designer. That's a fun clue. Weightlifting. Stitch something you can't wait to work on. I love a good pun. And then closing ceremonies at the end. Stitch something you plan to finish in 2024. So I had help from my trusty assistant, my daughter, the other night, and I laid out all my 11 at the time whips on the table, and we looked at the prompts and we tried to match whips to prompts, and there were a couple that unfortunately we couldn't match a whip to, so I have some new starts.
Maybe we can work on that for me. I didn't.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah. So the first one I have, I was going to grab the magazine, but I won't. because it's over there. It'll take me a minute to dig. So I decided I'll just show you. Well, it's not even worth it. I started an ornament from one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines. It's from the 2008 issue, and it is called Let It Snow by Country Cottage Needleworks. So it has a snowman, a tree, and it says Let It Snow. It has a border, but I don't know if I'm going to stitch the border. So this is the next in my set of ornaments that I'm stitching this year. This one I'm stitching on 36 count aged hazelnut by XJU Designs. I got this when I went to Craft Gallery last year. Okay. And Michelle stitches a lot on XJU Design fabric and loves it. And I found a piece in their small cuts bin. And so I decided to try it with this, which I wanted something the white shows up on.
Yeah, it feels nice.
It feels really nice. And I'm doing it with one strand over two. And I only had a couple of the colors, but I thought that's a good start on the snowman. Yeah. This is the one I need to get the color from you. I was texting her yesterday. Do you have this color? And this is in my new bag that Amanda shared with me. She got this at Stitch North, but she stitches bigger projects, so she offered it up to anybody at our stitch group who wanted it. So I grabbed that. So it's a perfect little bag for
small things.
Small things.
Yeah, ornaments and stuff.
Yeah.
Or Mill Hill kits, stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the second prompt for today is Parade of Nations. Stitch something patriotic for any country of your choice. So I changed my mind. We had one plan and I changed it and decided that national parks are patriotic and our love of national parks is patriotic. So I decided to start a piece from Open Road Abode. I don't know if this has a name. National Parks and Monuments, Badlands, Devil's Tower, Grand Tetons, and Yellowstone. And this pattern has all four of these in it. She has changed her marketing and now she sells them on like index card sized patterns. We have a couple of them in the shop, but this is how she used to sell them. And so I decided to start Yellowstone, and I am stitching this one
on yellow fabric
on 32 count confetti. I believe it's a Picture This Plus. I got this from a shop that's no longer open, but I looked it up this morning and I'm pretty sure confetti is Picture This Plus. It is straight, it's just a little wonky in the frame. So it's choose any fabric, choose any floss. So I picked that yellow fabric, and then I'm using Classic Colorworks Bean Sprout, which is just a great green for an outdoorsy piece. So those were my two new starts. Tomorrow I'll be back to whips for several days, and then maybe one more new start is coming from Stitch the Summer Olympics.
You'll have to print that off.
So then we'll go into whips.
Okay.
You want to start?
If you remember, I was working on this pattern. It's called Cardinal's Promise by Stitchy Pros, which we got at market last year. And I'm doing it as a store model. And I was doing really well until I got to the edge and found out that I had miscut the fabric. And it's 10 inches. The pattern is 10 inches, so it should have been 3 inches on each side. So I probably cut it 13 by 13. And so, as you remember, I was missing quite a bit of fabric. Well, I went to the store and I grabbed more, and so it's sewn, and I'm hoping that it will not show as much once I get the borders done, because it's really right at the borders. This one, if we frame it tight, I think it'll be good. The bottom, it will definitely, I'll be stitching in the border, but
in the seam.
In the seam.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it looks a lot better with a little extra fabric
instead
of, and it's a heck of a lot easier to stitch. Trust me, much easier. So I've been working on. I'm dying to get it done.
Let me see. I didn't get a good look because you're close to a finish. Is the whole center done?
All I have to do, I have about 8 more of these thingies, and they're and then I just have the borders.
Okay.
And the borders go fast.
Yeah.
So
well, good. That should be finished soon, especially
hopefully.
now that I have
tons of extra fabric.
Yeah. Good.
So we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Excellent. And my next one went on vacation with me, and I stitched on it almost all week. And then I came home and stitched on it a little bit more, and I made great progress on my Doreen Jones Sal. I don't have a picture of this, but I think it's good. I have 3/4 of the border done, and the 4th border started. And I finished, gosh, I can't remember if the tree was done last time. I did the reindeer block, and I did the houses block, and then I framed out this corner block, which is going to be a snowman, and I started on that border. So I had a great time working on this on vacation. I really like it. I love the bright colors, and I love the fabric. It is a 32 count Lugana called Splash Mint with white dots. So that's been really fun. And I kind of decided to do an impromptu Jolly July for most of July, because I was having a lot of fun working on this one, and then the next one you'll see also went on vacation with me, which was also Christmas themed, and I thought, boy, it would be fun to get some of these knocked out or very close to it in July. So until today, really, most of my stitching in July has been holiday related.
We're going to pause a second because I just remembered something. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I'm discombobbled. As usual. Okay, I'm working on the Lizzie Kate series Sal with Mrs. AZ and Jennifer.
Yes.
And so I had not worked on it in a while. And when I was upstairs digging around for something, all of a sudden I was like, I haven't touched this in forever. And then Alana asked me if I was going to loan her the pattern when I was finished. And I said, well, I'm not gone. But anyway, I worked on it this week. So I got part of the skeleton done. I think I had his head done the last time. And then I got the words done last night because, you know, I love to do words. So, yeah. So he's coming along. Good. Yeah.
Were the owls done last time we saw it?
I think so.
And does it need more bobbles in between there?
Probably. I'll go back and look at the pattern.
Yeah.
I bet it does. So maybe I finished the owls and I didn't finish that whole segment. Yeah, between the moons. But still, I got the words done. So yeah, I can go back and that'll be an easy fix. Yeah. Said she. Interesting. So yeah, that's my.
This is the other project that I took on vacation. Holiday Wishes, a Janlin kit, and I'm working on Santa. I finished all the X's, you guys. I finished all the dang white. I filled that guy's beard in, his mustache, and his hat, and now I am doing back stitching. And I don't mind doing the back stitching. I know a lot of people hate it, but it really creates the definition of these projects. So I have that underway. This will definitely be worked on at least once during Stitch the Summer Olympics. It won't be done if I just work on it one day because there's a lot of back stitching still to do. But I am so happy to have it to this stage.
Yes.
Because now it's the easy part.
Yeah.
The white was like,
do you have to fill in back behind his head?
No, it gets cut out.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So these little segments will get cut out.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and all 4 of them have the cutouts.
And this came with a kit with this blue backing. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's so cheap and ugly.
And I don't know what else I can something else to do.
So we talked about maybe doing it on like a ribbon, hanging 1, 2, 3, 4, or doing something else like that. But
I have another idea.
The backing is not nice. Not nice. Yeah. Okay. Then
you're up to finishes? You are?
Am I finished?
I have whips. I have more whips.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I only have 2.
My next whip, continuing in my Jolly July theme, is Winterly Sampler by Robin Pickens. This is being stitched on 28 count antique white Lugana. Love this project. Do you want to say again how you...
I was going to say, for the third time in a row, I will point out that you can do these into small pillows to put in a dough bowl. I know I mentioned it last time because she told me I mentioned it the time before, so I might as well keep up my record.
So I took it out of the frame for you. Here's where I am. I think last time you saw it, I might have just started the tree, but I finished the tree and I finished the mistletoe.
Yeah.
And now I will go down and work on, there's a set of 5 trees that go under the pine cone and a set of pine cones that go under the big tree. and then another cardinal. So
And snowflakes.
I am really happy with this.
So
I
pretty.
think it's so pretty and it's so fun to work on.
Is this
And
a
they
store
go
model?
really quickly. Yeah, this is
yeah.
a store model. And I need to get on the ball and order the fabric because I want to finish it like this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like she does, yeah.
Yeah.
And she includes that information on the back. So that's the next whip. Let me roll that up. And I would say if you guys are doing some type of Christmas exchange, this would be a great one to pick up. She also has some other really cute, smaller Christmas patterns. So highly recommend.
And we got a new autumn one in the store the other day. If you go on our Facebook page, Persnickety Stitchers, I showed all the new patterns that we got, and we got some great Halloween stuff. And we also got a new Robin Pickens of autumn one. So it's really pretty. Ooh.
Next up is my Heinzit Crystal Reindeer. And you're going to see Dancer done and Prancer started. So those are those two. I still haven't put the crystals on. I'll do that at the end once I've done all of them. And actually, I may need to borrow at some point from you longer Q snaps.
Yeah.
So that I'm not mushing them.
Oh yeah, I've got
I don't
ones.
think I need that.
Oh,
and here's where we are. Dasher, Dancer, and a good portion of Prancer.
Wow.
So those antlers. Oh, I just have one layer of antlers done. There's a second color you fold in, and then the deer I can usually get done in 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 evenings of stitching.
This is so exciting because she's had this forever.
Yes.
And thank God when she went to Acorns and Threads last year, they had it done on this fabric.
Yes.
And she came home and said, I'm going to start them. And I was like, great, because they're aging.
Yeah.
They're going to be really old by the time you get them done. They won't be
Right.
able to move.
And the fabric is 36 count Belfast linen white opalescent. So
Yeah.
it sparkles. I love it.
So pretty.
And I love how the pattern's coming together. This will also come out during Stitch the Summer Olympics, and I'm looking forward to continuing on that one. And I think that's all my whips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 finishes. This isn't quite an FFO because I don't have the charm that goes with it yet. I need to find it. And I didn't press it because it was in the bag and I just remembered it. But this is the Winter Alphabet by Heart and Hand. And that was loaned to me by Karen. And it was so funny because I wasn't there one week. And so one of the gals, she said, oh, I'll take it for her. And then she went home and stitched it and gave it to me. She got it done. Kara did that. Thanks, Kara. And so, yeah, so it worked out really well. I think it's really pretty. And it's just done on a scrap. I have no clue what it is. I did it in a hoop, which will get all pressed out. And then the only thing I'm missing is there's a small tin star. And I
have yellow stars if you want one of those.
don't know, the tin star is so pretty though.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Show it.
yeah, can you see it? There's a little tiny tin star there. And then there's this yellow thing, which is a lot of stitches. And Kara said, we were looking at that, and I don't know. I said, well, if I can find a nice, gold star, I'll get one for you. But I'd love to get that tin star. And I've sent a note to Heart and Hand asking them for the source.
Is it a star or is it a
Snowflake?
snowflake?
It's a snowflake. It's a snowflake. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's the snowflake tin
tin
embellishment. But usually they list all their suppliers, and they don't have it listed on there. And so I sent them a note and have not heard, so I'm hoping. But anyway, so I got that done.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, shocking.
Well, my finish is kind of ironic because this is when I had the stitching done for a long time, but the other night I finally sewed on the buttons. So this is
cute.
Raise the Roof Spooky Fence, and it is on the same fabric as your Stitchy Pros 32 count Lugana Stormy Night, and now it's fully finished.
It's
Not
adorable.
fully finished. It's finished.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to frame this one, so I
Yeah.
need to find a black frame that will fit.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I'm
that's
really
cute.
happy with this. I think it's super cute with all the little buttons.
Yep.
So I made myself sit down and do it because I bought the buttons
Did I buy them
a
too?
while ago. I think you did.
I have to find them.
Yeah,
Because
so
I was
here
going
we
to do
go.
that. Yeah.
We'll just hand the pattern
Yep.
over to you, and then you can find them and stitch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find the buttons. That'll be them. Okay. Now I have another finish.
Yes.
And and here's my long key snaps that you can use.
Yes.
I did the Tiny Town, and I don't have the pattern right here with me, but it's the
But
Tiny
you guys
Town.
know the Tiny Towns.
Tiny Towns. This is
Heart
the
and
patriotic
Hand.
Heart and Hand Tiny Town Patriotic, And I got it all done. It went so quickly, and I just really enjoyed doing it. And I will show you in my haul that I now have the frill. And usually they stick it in the middle, but I'm going to look at maybe putting it on the end.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm going to make it separate because I actually, this
You
one,
have plenty of fabric.
I have enough fabric.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So I think I'm just going to stick it on
to
the end. So this is finished as far as
For
the
the
original
moment.
pattern, but then I can
Yes.
do the other one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
And then you have a third finish sitting there.
Well, this is an FFO.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Then we're up to FFOs.
And again, I just saw it here somewhere.
The pattern.
Here's the pattern for the Patriotic Tiny Town. I did have that. Okay, that's the pattern for it.
It's okay. It's an
Okay.
FFO.
It's
You
an
don't
FFO.
have to find the pattern.
This is one of the little bags from Shepherd's Bush, and this is the one called My Stitching. And what's so neat is when you get the buttons sewn on, it's done.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. And I have a little teeny tiny hoop that's about that big. Spring,
I
oh
think
boy, is
you
it hard to
showed
get
it
on.
last
Yeah.
time.
And so it really helped me with the stitching. So I have 2 more that are somewhere. And I think I bought the Halloween bag, and I can't remember what the other one is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have an FFO.
Yay.
Shocking.
So do I. And mine has been almost FFO'd for a long time. And then I finally bought the
Lady
stuff,
Dot.
the Lady Dot stuff. Actually, it's not Lady Dot.
Oh.
It's Forbidden Fiber Co. So I finished my philanthropic pumpkin finally. I had to do the stem. That's all that was left. This is a pattern by Kathy Haberman. This was a special release. I did not get in on it originally, but a friend loaned me her pattern. So I stitched it on my own fabric. I picked out a color that is similar. I don't know if it's exactly what she used. I used different rickrack and I used different twill tape. That's what it's called. So my philanthropic pumpkin is done.
Wow.
It's super cute.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
is.
so pretty. I love it.
Perfect.
So this will be out over the holidays and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was FFO number 175 on my list that I've kept.
Not this year.
No. All time. I'm sure there's more that I don't remember, but I tried to go back and think about wedding and baby ones I had stitched when, long time ago. But since I started tracking, it's 175. So that's kind of exciting. And
That's
I have
amazing.
right now 40, I don't know if Spooky Fence is on the list, 40 or 41 waiting to be FFO'd.
Wow. Finishes that.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
That's great. That's really good.
Good. Oh, and I should also mention FFO Challenge 2024 still going strong on Instagram. I actually have several to post, so maybe I'll get one of those out today.
Oh, yeah.
One of my older finishes, I've been a little lackadaisical in getting them posted this year and also doing FFOing. So if you are doing any FFOing, please post with the hashtag FFO Challenge 2024 so that we can see it. And if you tag me or tag Michelle, Penny's Daughter Shares, we will see them and comment and enjoy.
I have one to
see them
post.
finish. Yeah, you do. Haul and Happy Meal. I don't have any.
Did you talk about Whipco?
Whipco. I didn't talk about Whipco. So let's see. I feel like I redo the whole thing every time because I'm not keeping up as well this year. But let's see, June. So I still have one waiting from June, Stitch and Ornament. When I finish the one I just started, that'll count. August numbers. Oh, July. Sorry, July is 23 and 6. 23 is crochet, and for me, that's going to be a new crochet start. Because for number 5 in May, I finished a crochet project that you'll see in a little bit. The other number for July was number 6, and that was FFO with a plan, which means I know how I'm going to finish it. I just have to do it. And ta-da! So I got that one crossed off. And then in August, the 2 numbers that were picked are crochet. It's funny, May, July, and August are my 3 crochet items got picked all together. So I don't know what I'll do for that one yet. We'll just worry about July for now. And then number 15 was Jenna's choice. So I told her, and she said she wants me to do an older FFO that I've been putting off. So I have 2 in mind, and I will work on one of them this month because I know she will bust my ass if I don't get it done.
That's not nice.
I mean, she will hold me accountable.
She will, but we don't need to say that in front of you.
Okay, sorry. Language warning.
Oh.
Okay.
She's involved in her.
She's busy reading her
crazy.
play
Yeah.
for her next semester assignment.
Okay, so
Giveaway. Haul and Happy Meal. Sorry. Speaking about somebody busting your.
Okay, I was pretty good. This is all I can remember that I did, but yesterday these orders came in, and I know I had asked for this one. So this is the patriotic frill. So that's the one that is going to go on my
Nice.
And then because I have to have it, I have the Christmas frill that came in. And then as I was writing up cards and everything, and there was enough of these, so I took the Sip Stitch Repeat from Primrose Cottage.
Nice.
And that's another one that'll be pretty quick.
Yeah.
And
their sip, I think, was coffee, but can you change that to a wine glass?
I hope so.
Yeah. That's your Sip Stitch Repeat.
And I'm just looking at this on the back. They have a
It's a
typo. No, they have
Oh.
a typo. Yeah. So that's all my haul, I think. I've really been pretty good.
I just thought about something for your tiny town because you bought one of the baskets to finish it like Helen's finished them, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Because I was going to say if you add the frill, it'll be too long.
Yeah. No, I did not.
Okay. My haul is crochet related because in Newburyport, as we were walking around one day, we saw a yarn shop. I also went to a yarn shop in Salem. It was billed as yarn needlepoint cross stitch. It was 90% yarn. They had a couple of embroidery kits. I didn't see anything that I needed there, but it was still a nice shop. So if you're a knitter, I would recommend going to Circle of Stitches in Salem, Massachusetts. And now I have to look up the name of the Southwind Yarn Company in Newburyport. They had these little bitty yarn balls with these books, and they're so cute. There's all kinds of different banners. I have to show you the Halloween one because this could be my other crochet start. Look at that. Look how cute with the little bats and goats.
Oh, a ghost. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said goats.
Little bats and ghosts.
Oh, how cute is that?
And then in the basket right next to the books, they had little bitty, you can start holding them up.
Oh my
goodness. They had little bitty skeins that are perfect for this. So
yeah, that's perfect because you don't have to buy a
They didn't have all the colors I need, but I just got a bunch. It was fun.
How cool is that?
So that was my purchase.
They're all cotton.
The yarn shop. Yes, they're all cotton, which is what you use usually for the little amigurumis. So I can't wait to get started.
I know I have turquoise cotton. And we'll have to look at my bin of scraps. And
I think I need white. That's the big one I need to do the ghosts.
Okay.
So that was that haul. All right. And I'm just going to say, I have a big birthday coming up. They did have in the shop a pack of every color of this, but it was like half the size of my suitcase. So I didn't buy that. But, you know, but anybody who's thinking about birthday gifts for me might want to think about that.
But you already have all these, so would I could be duplicates?
That would be okay.
Okay. All right, we'll have to check it out, Jenna.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then this was in my bag, so I thought I'd show it. We usually, when we go on vacation, try and buy an ornament to remind us of our vacation. So we got an ornament at the House of Seven Gables, and that's what the House of Seven Gables looks like. And it says Salem, Massachusetts on the back. So that's our ornament. That was my other haul. And we bought some placemats, and I got a ring that's neat. Yeah, we had a good time. We had one afternoon where we kind of shopped around for a while. So I think that is, what are we going to insert a picture of?
Magnets. I also got some Happy Mail. It's not cross stitch or craft related. But I may have mentioned my grandson graduated from college in May, and then he just went on a jaunt to Europe with another friend, and they went for 6 weeks. They went to Iceland. Let me see.
They went everywhere.
They went everywhere.
Yeah.
They went to tons of places. And so, as you know, my family is trained to bring me back magnets.
Mm-hmm.
And so we will insert pictures of magnets that I got from Massachusetts and also that Andrew sent me from Europe. And they're gorgeous. There's Prague, and I put it on Instagram, but we'll put it in here too. And they're just so neat. He really did well.
Yeah.
He really did well.
He did. He got the assignment.
Yep, he did. He did. Yeah, I got Lisbon, Prague, Germany, Spain, and maybe France, I think, or whatever. Good. Yeah. Oh, Iceland. Okay. No, I got Iceland. Good. Yeah. So he did really well. I got beautiful ones. So we'll insert pictures of those. And as you know, I have you don't know that necessarily, but I got a new front door this year, and it's metal. So and at the time, I ran out of room on the refrigerator. So now the front door is now just basically covered with magnets. Maybe we can put a picture of that in too. Yeah. And but they're well trained, and they know that every time they go somewhere, they bring them back.
We bring magnets. Yep. Yes. Okay, we had a couple of giveaways in our last episode. We heard from Anne, and we haven't had a chance to get your needle minder in the mail yet, but we will. We have not heard back from Cheryl Hubbs or Lissa Henderson. And Lissa, I'm thinking you commented on the episode, so maybe you just missed hearing your name. I don't know if Cheryl commented, so we will give you until we film next time to let us know. Otherwise, we'll pick new winners of our coasters.
And the giveaways were the coasters that I did when we went on our quilt retreat.
Yeah. So I think we're going to pause here and bring in the princess.
And the three of us are back.
Yes.
Hello.
We thought we'd bring in the princess. Well, probably she heard we were going to go to lunch afterwards and was like, oh, lunch? I'll come. Yep. But also she's been crafting some. So this is our yarn related segment. And I have a finish to share, and then you can share what you've started to dive into. So you may remember my calm cowl that I started. It is now done. I finished it up. I can't remember, somewhere in all our travel.
Put this in here so that
so the pattern shows.
Pattern shows.
Yeah. It needs to be blocked, I think, just to make the end better, but it's meant to be a double cowl. So let's see.
Oh, that's cute.
So it'll be great for the fall. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
I need to do a little work on my counting. But it's a cowl, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to fit.
You need to wear your blue when you crocheted your top.
Oh, okay.
Because that one's really pretty.
The next episode,
Oh, and let me just say, several people commented the fact last time that we matched Jennifer's quilt. That was totally by chance. Yeah. Totally. I talked to her and I said, we should both wear blue today. Yeah. But neither one of us did. Yeah. But that was funny.
Every once in a while we match the quilt. Yeah. That's happened a couple times.
But it's never intentional.
Yeah. You kind of match the quilt.
Ish.
It's like a lighter blue.
I'm green.
Yes, but still.
All right. What have you been crafting on? Do you want to start with these and then go to those? I said it's the yarn segment, but anyway, we don't follow the rules.
I have more diamond painting coasters from Michaels.
Hold them up.
These are just kind of like geometric ones. So I get these from Michaels, and they're very easy and very quick to do, and they're great presents because they're kind of something that everyone can use, but they're unique.
That one's missing a drill.
Oh, it is?
Right
No,
there.
it isn't. There's not a spot there.
Oh. Okay. Never mind.
And these also are cork backed.
Yes. And then once I finish them, before I put the cork on, I put Mod Podge on so that they
stay.
Yeah, that like if you have like a cold drink that has like condensation dripping down, it doesn't like ruin the glue or anything.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I've been doing. And then I am also doing my own giveaway. So I have these lovely diamond painting bookmarks that were sent to us by
One of our viewers.
By a viewer, Barbara.
I think so.
Uh-huh.
We think.
And so I'm going to be giving away 2 of these. And if you would like a bookmark in the comments, along with answering the question from the video today, tell me what your favorite genre of book is, and you will be entered in this giveaway. I'm giving away 2.
Explain genre.
Okay, so my favorite genre is murder mysteries.
Yeah, the
like
book style.
Dramas, romances, comedy, nonfiction.
Yeah, history,
Historical
biography,
fiction.
all kinds of stuff,
And you were going to limit these to US since you're a college student. So apologies to our global viewers, but we're going to keep expenses low as possible for the college student to send a couple of giveaways.
She is working this summer, but she's, she needs money for books and $300 rulers.
Yeah.
I already got that $300.
Yeah, I know, but something else will come along for sure.
And the next thing I have started to do is I've started doing crochet. I've been doing crochet animals from the brand The Woobles, and I saw this on TikTok from a woman, Honestly Bridget Reviews. That's the name on TikTok. And she just makes reviews about like everyday, day-to-day things. They're not sponsored or anything. She's just like, I tried this thing and here's what I think. And she reviewed Woobles and said that they're a great starting kit. What makes them unique is that each kit comes with step-by-step instructions and video tutorials for that specific kit. So,
and they're labeled beginner.
They have beginner, beginner plus, and intermediate.
Yeah.
So the first one I did was this fox, which she's a little crooked, but that's okay. I found out after finishing this that this was a beginner plus, not a beginner, because there was color changing in there. And so it was, it was a little challenge, but it's cute.
She's
and
cute.
it was fun.
Cute.
And the step-by-step video tutorials were very helpful. They're very detailed, very specific. Like, the first 3 videos are all about how to hold a hook and your yarn, which is something and I'm also a visual learner, so it's easy for me to see someone doing something and then be able to follow that. The second one I made was this frog, and this is a beginner. Another thing I like about these kits is that I've ordered them online from the website directly, thewoobles.com, and on the website you can pick an option to have a hook included or no hook. So since this first fox came with a hook, the next 2 kits that I've ordered, I just put no hook, and they're $5 cheaper.
Nice.
So it makes it a little, so you don't have like 10 hooks.
Right.
Yeah, makes it a little easier. And then this one that I'm working on right now is the chick. So this is what it looks like right now, and that's what it'll look like when it's done.
Nice.
But yeah, it's really
fun.
And
these come with everything you need. The stuffing and the eyes.
Yes, they have.
Can I open up and just kind of show what's in this kit? Obviously, you've used the stuffing, but it comes with the little yarn packaging. This is not a sponsored video. It comes with that's the hook you got.
That's the hook I got for the fox.
There's a couple of stitch markers in there and a needle. So, and this kind of zips closed. So you can just carry this with you with all your stuff in it.
And the nice thing is that all the kits come pre-started too. So
sneaky.
A magic circle has already been made, so you don't have to start a magic circle. But I have learned how to do it, and I've gotten better at it now. They also have the different tutorials for different stitches, how to start something, how to finish something on their website as well. And they have tutorials for people who are right-handed and people who are left-handed.
Wow.
So you can pick between the 2. So I'm basically reading from patterns now because it's pretty much the same stitches over and over again. You're just making kind of the same little body. But if I can't remember how to do a decrease stitch, or I need to remember how to do an invisible fasten off, then you can just go to the website and they have videos or pictures for you. And it's been a great
You're having
hobby.
fun.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm enjoying
Yes.
it. Mm-hmm.
Adding to your crafty hobbies.
Yes.
Okay, and I have an addition for her bookmark giveaway. She asked you to include the genre, but we cannot sort by genres. So say bookmark and then dash, say history or biography or something, but use the word bookmark in there because otherwise there's no swinging way.
Yeah. Good point. Okay. I've been doing a little bit of, I had one afternoon where I did some quilting. And you might remember, ages ago, I was working on my reindeer blocks. And then I found out that some of them were sized incorrectly because I didn't pay really good attention when I was making these squares. And they're the foundation. So I got on the ball and I now have 8 blocks out of 14 complete. I have 2 more that just need one seam ripped and then resewn, and then I'm working my way back on the other ones to kind of deconstruct the antlers. But I just thought I'd give you an update. It was nice to spend an afternoon in my sewing room actually doing some sewing, and these guys are still super cute. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be neat when it's done.
It will be.
Yeah.
So.
And I thought I would work on my wallet, but I just have run out of time.
Yeah.
Run out of time.
Did you have a quilt you wanted to show?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. But I did finish I have actually finished 2 of these. And this is a baby quilt. When we lived in Houston, our neighbors moved to Oregon. And when they moved, their son was 6 weeks old. And this is a quilt for his baby now. So it's an alphabet quilt. It's really cool because it's got all kinds of neat things. It happens to have the word quilter in there. And it has, tourist. It has parachute. My husband was a jumper, as I mentioned, and stuff like that. So it turned out to be just, perfect. Yeah. And so my friend Pam quilted it, and it's actually got alphabets in the quilting.
That's fun.
And so I made 2 of them because I thought the panel was so cute. I got enough fabric to do the border, and so if somebody else has a baby boy,
you're ready.
They're ready. So this will go to him shortly, and his sister's cross stitch is being framed, and you'll see that the next time. Excellent. I thought it might be. And now, this is the backing. I love the backing. It's stick figures, and I thought it was so cute. So I did get some stuff done.
Good.
I've got a bunch of quilts of mine, and so I've been working on it. I've been working my way through it.
Good. What are your plans over the next couple of weeks?
Well, to supervise my path being put in.
Yeah.
After that, and we have more healthcare people coming, so that's going to be fun. Yeah. The physical therapist who's coming, he's great, and he actually is in Paris at the Olympics. And I reminded him that when my family travels, they all bring me magnets. So we'll see if I get a Paris magnet or an Olympic magnet. That would be wonderful.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think what else. No, I guess, we have to get ready for our retreat. That's in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Our retreat, our Indie Summer Stitchers retreat is coming up, and it is full. We do have a wait list. It might be the weekend
we would normally film, so we may be delayed a week.
Yeah, we may delay. Well, you can do it on Sunday when we get home.
We're toast by Sunday.
By Sunday, we're dead.
So we'll see, but don't be surprised if we're a little bit delayed.
Yeah. We've been a little wonky anyway with the schedule. So, but so that's coming up. So we need to get ready for that.
Yep.
And then the princess goes back to school pretty soon. Yeah. So we need to.
How many days?
Usually you know.
Less than a month.
Less than a month.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell them the name of your dorm because it's my favorite dorm name ever.
It was named by the students. It's called Fort Awesome.
Fort Awesome. That's the dorm she'll be living in. And in addition to that, we will be stitching the Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
And watching the
Summer Olympics. That's the big thing coming up.
You'll be watching the Summer.
Yeah. I know you don't watch as much. Yeah. Anything you want to share that you have coming up in the next few weeks?
I start preparation for my show this semester.
Yeah, do you want to tell them what that means?
Yeah, so I am starting at school, I'm starting my concentration in stage management from my major theater design and technology. And now that I'm a sophomore, I'll be an assistant stage manager. and I found out my show for this semester. It's called The Government Inspector. And I'm going to be working with a stage manager I worked with last year, and she's very nice, very lovely. I'm excited to work with her. But we go back to school, and I have rehearsal on the first day of school. We have 3.5 weeks of rehearsal, and then we open. So it's going to be very quick, very fast. It'll all be over. It'll start and then be over within a month. But in a couple weeks, we're going to do like a Zoom or whatnot with the director and talk about visions. So
Yeah,
Wow.
very
It's
exciting.
exciting.
You're excited for that
Yep.
show and
Yep.
that stage manager that you're working with.
Yep.
And the last year of high school for my son starts
Yeah.
on Thursday. So we will be very quickly into senior year activities and his senior year tennis season. So that may also cause us to be up and down a bit really through September. So hang in there. We're not leaving. We just have a lot going on if we're not here as regularly.
Yep. We'll do our best.
Yeah.
But, senior year is pretty important.
Yes.
And we have a lot of tennis matches to watch. And a lot.
and then the U.S. Open and the Olympics.
So we'll be stitching and watching lots of different things.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes I take my stitching to tennis with me, because if they finish up early but they have to stay, and we watch, but we don't always watch all the other kids as closely as we watch Jack.
You're there to support them.
Yes. I think it's rude, when somebody says, "Oh, my kid's done," and they get up and they walk out. For some of the kids, their parents aren't able to attend. And for the parents that are there, it's nice for us to be able, and grandparents, to cheer on the kids and encourage them and everything. So we never leave until it's over.
Yeah. Sometimes you do.
Once
like
in a
when we have a marathon match. And it's 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Those we let you leave. But anyway, so looking forward to that. And I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun at our retreat. And we'll have
I'm looking forward to
information from that when we come
everybody.
back. So our question for you is not your favorite genre. That's just for the bookmark. But our stitching related question for you is, tell us about scissors. Are you a super scissor collector? Are you the type that just has a handful of scissors? Do you like cheap scissors? Do you like expensive scissors? We are anxious to hear. What about you? Would you say you're a scissor collector?
No, not really. I have the small snips.
The snips.
That are this big, that are very sharp. I cut my son the other day. I cut my foot. Don't ever drop them on your foot without a shoe or without the cover on. And then I have some gingers that I use, not gingers, Kai scissors that I use all the time in embroidery and in sewing. And sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I may use them for stitching. But I'm not a big collector.
No, me neither. But I'm finding that I really like having one in each whip. So I've been picking up scissors. I don't tend to buy expensive scissors. I probably have 7 different types of scissors. Whatever I see at a shop. If there's a little one by the cash register, I have some of the snips.
Yeah, I think I have
little
3
foldable Fiskars. I love those.
I have 3 or 4 pairs of the snips.
Yeah.
And that's
we
nice.
can show when we go through our stats next time. But anyway, tell us what you think about scissors, and we will maybe be back to a graph from that one. So I think that's everything for today. You want to close us out?
Yes. We want to thank you for sticking around and coming back. If you're new, thank you. We hope you'll hit the subscribe button. And we welcome your comments, even if you don't talk about the bookmark or the scissors or anything. If you just like to pick on us for something, that's fine. And we enjoy reading all your comments, and we love spending time with you guys. We feel like we've made a lot of new friends. So you can follow us on Instagram. She is at Jen Quilter. I am at Grand Stitches.
You are
that.other.jenna, although I might be changing it soon.
okay.
So, good luck. And then our email is twotallstitchers@gmail.com, and that information is in the drop-down box below. So we want to say goodbye and happy Olympic watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.